Remember those days when like every YouTube video used to have like an opening intro? I am glad that is over. Because now I can be the one with an intro that I hate. But I am unique. I have something in my eye. This is going to be a long recording. What are they talking about? It's been such a long time since I did a video. This just feels... I'm gonna take some time to warm back into this, so bear with me. I hope I'm in focus. I didn't even put autofocus. So if like majority of this section is blur, well, that's blurry annoying. I'm hungry. So recently I came across this video that reminded me of a mentality I really dislike. Like, I dislike it so much, it almost kicked me out of my 4-year hiatus of not making videos just to address the question of, is gaming childish? Well, I can see why you'd say that, but at the same time, it really isn't. It's not. But I decided, rather than stand here and try to convince you that gaming isn't childish, which argument made, like, is not. I instead decided to answer these 2 questions. 1, why do I enjoy gaming? And 2, why will I continue to game? So in essence, this video is me introducing you to my inner child and to also say why I would never want that to die. Hi. Anyway, let's jump into it. Let's go. Well, this way or anyway. You know, like how we all have those deep-seated memories from our childhood, like be it playing Brikicho, Kati, Bano, doing your first wheelie, falling out of a tree, getting home late and getting that beating out of love because I'm beating the bad behavior out of you. I'm not beating you, I'm beating the bad behavior out. One of my deep-seated memories was turning on my Sega Mega Drive and hearing this. I still get goosebumps anytime I hear that intro. Like, I loved this soundtrack for this entire game so much, I still have the entire playlist on my phone. So, breakdown, simple breakdown. What was the game about? It was simple. Run through some levels, beat some bosses, save the princess. There wasn't a princess. What were we saving? We were saving jewels. We were saving jewels. Somehow the jewels ended the world, or could have ended the world if you didn't stop them from being stolen. I think of it like this was the original Avengers. This is when Infinity Stone started. I have just realized Thanos was a jewelry thief. He's a glorified jewelry thief. That said, I can't say I really cared about the story. The joy for me in this game was just mowing my way through each level with my bro, and I could spend a good amount of time just telling you about like this amazing boss fight that happened on a helicopter, which amazing, or this really tiny soldier that beat me way too often, or whatever this is, just why. But I feel like going through all of that can simply be summarized by Aladdin when he classically said, "A whole new world, so many words I sing, I don't know lyrics, but I'm from Texas, boy, so you gon' see a whole new world, I don't know why. But that's essentially what this game did for me. It just introduced me to this completely new world, and it blew my mind. And segue, talking about explosions.
We got it! Hello! This is an emergency. There's no time to explain.
This is the second game that I can remember blowing my socks off. Ha! Yeah! Take 4, and it finally worked. Another game just completely changed my perspective on a lot of things.
I'm gay.
I'm a lesbian.
I am actually pansexual.
I am transgender.
I'm a tank. The story is simple. Machines have taken over Earth. The wonders
greed
of
and
artificial
rapid
intelligence
technological
have
advancement
developed
have
at the
made
hands of a
human
few
pawns of their own
decently a few
mega
thinkers.
Certain
Wonders
robot
of artificial
machinery
intelligence
turned
turned
off
off
into
certain
self-directed
robot
mind.
and
You've got to go out there and fight for all of us.
You handle that? I hope so.
Where do I sign up? I can't tell you how many points this game just felt unnecessarily frustrating, like getting shot, one shot by that sonic boom tank, or just not knowing what to do as I roamed around these desert wastelands or Iceland or floating on volcanoes. I died in so many volcanoes before I realized there was something you're supposed to do there. By the time I was done, I felt like a tank. Like I was a motivational speaker to my friends in school. Say bana, sijamaliza homework. Do it! Do it! Just do it! Okay, I think I like Samantha. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Mse aki, walai, siko ubaya nilisahau. Nakuletea hiyo cartridge kesho, walai. Yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it! Do it! Your dreams! I was on fire, like nothing could calm me down. Nothing. So here I am off this power trip, hyperactive, super energy games, just on fire, ready to take on the world, when one day I come across my bro playing a game and it's completely different to what I'm used to. Like, he's just hiding behind a wall, watching the enemy just do. You're doing something. I'm not gonna interrupt you. Like, do your rounds. Do your rounds. I understand it's hard being a bodyguard. Like, please take your time. Chill. Like, I'm not in a rush. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just like me and this world, we're just bonding. And to me, this just didn't make sense. I'm just like, attack him. Like, excuse me. If you equals good guy and enemy equals bad guy, good guy minus bad guy equals victory.
It's a simple spell, but quite unbreakable.
But not in this game. He sneaks around, takes out one guy, and then one like just disappears. And I'm just like, yeah, I could do that. I believe that's something I could manage.
Fermati, venga aquí! Allarme!
Okay, let's try that again. Hitman offered a completely new challenge to me. You're not a tank, you're not a one-man army, you're just a man. A hitman. Oh! And you have to use whatever resources you have on hand to accomplish the task. And sure, you can go in guns blazing John Wick style, but the problem is, you don't have his reflexes or his aim. Just the truth. Take nothing personally. Look, a lot of our aim sucks. Not my aim, but to get the real experience of the game was to stay hidden, take out only your target, and that was so much harder. But when you did it right, so much more rewarding. I cannot even state. This was a whole new form of hard. Like, you had to keep track of your surroundings. You had to adapt while on the move and learn and pick up information and strategize and re-strategize, all while making mistakes and trying to come back and replay that, and you replayed through levels so many times. But it made me apply my mind in a whole different way. So, in the previous segments, we've talked about the game, but let's talk about friends. Friends are amazing. They're there to help you through life, pick you up when you're down, and there to celebrate your accomplishments. Like, life is amazing with friends. Except when they destroy you in Tekken 3. Oh my gosh, people are mean. Button mashing was the name of the game, and everyone, and I mean everyone, was playing Edigodo Hwarang, and they were just pressing XO, XO, and somehow that was some infinite combo where they were just spinning on the ground or kicking you non-stop. You can't even stand up. And then there was Paul, who was just a one-punch killer. Like, why was that in the game? Like, no. Oh, and forget fighting games. Racing games? That's a whole other level. Like, everybody knows NFS, Most Wanted, and Midnight Club, Burnout. But do you know Speed Freaks? Have you lost to a dog which, by some miracle, not only learned how to drive, but to drive better than you? Self-esteem in a sugar. And it gets even worse when you get to the finish line and then somebody just hits you with the rocket and there goes your victory. Just like, this game gave me
Stress.
and I loved it. I remember going to my pal's place and I don't even think at this point I cared about winning. I was just playing in the rear line, trying to get all the weapons and shooting them down. I was purely trolling. And then comes in
Empire first.
So you start the game with like 5 villagers in a stone age, just in some backward continent that you haven't even explored. And by the end of the game, you're engaging in the robot wars. This game took a whole day to play, but oh, was that day amazing. Like, you were glued to the seat because you're watching some 6 villagers chopping down wood because you've just spotted an army coming from the left side and you need to build archers like ASAP. But what's this? Your villagers all of a sudden are being attacked by a hippo? Your dog that has gone to explore the continent has just been converted by an enemy priest. Like, did dogs have religion? Like, what is happening? I love it. And I remember winning games with an army of priests and prophets, and I'm just like, I can't believe this actually worked. It was such stupid fun. I had such a ball. This games was special, not because of the games themselves, but the shared experience and the madness that you'd experience with your friends, be it from a cooperative gameplay style or when you're fighting against each other. And then I found my last reason to play games. So, let's just make one thing straight. I am an African man, and African men do not cry. That said, let me tell you about the game that had me soak my pillow with manly African man tears. Final Fantasy VII, the original, is a classic. It has a 9.5 rating on IMDb. It's so highly revered, and I believe that despite never having played it. This is because I played the prequel, Final Fantasy Crisis Core. You play the game as Zack, dedicated to his dream about becoming the hero of his world. And as you witness his journey, as you experience everything and all the struggle that he has to go through to make that dream come true, the barrier between the player, or in this case me, and the character Zack, just slowly started to disappear. And as I was finishing this game late in the middle of the night in bed, and witnessing Zack's final moments, I cried. I took 2 days before I wrote down this segment in the script. And that's because I don't think, no matter how many words I could use, I could accurately express or give you a representation of what that moment was like for me. And for those of you who are watching and are entertained or confused on how a game could make me cry, let me explain. Games are different from most mediums in that they make you take an active role in the game. You're not watching someone fight for what they believe in. You are taking an active role and fighting for what that person believes in. And you thus embody that experience. So be it jumping on tortoises to save a princess who apparently has herpetophobia. Or sometimes you're fighting to protect your loved ones, and sometimes you can, but other times you can't. Shit. And if the game does its job right, The emotions that you experience are not the character's emotions. They're yours. Because that veil has been lifted, so it becomes...
It's gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. Alright, I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby. I know it hurts. Come on, baby. Please. I know, baby. I know. Sarah.
So let's go back to the first two questions. Why do I enjoy playing video games? The creativity, the community, the emotions, the fun, it's all present. And that's why we'll continue playing video games. And I would say for you to do the exact same thing for whatever hobbies you have, be it watching YouTube makeup tutorials or dancing in your room or going to a bouncing castle or whatever thing that you like to do. Sliding on the edge of stairs, it's like that handrail, that wing thing. Like whatever you do. There's a lot that we can enjoy from embracing our inner child. So, be a kid. And let me be a kid. Let people enjoy their games. Except FIFA players. Yeah, you can call those guys out. That game is trash. Do tell me, like in your free time, what do you enjoy doing? And thank you generally for watching this. Feel free to share to somebody who you think might enjoy seeing this. You can subscribe for content. I'm not gonna dish out a schedule of my uploads, but I am essentially back until I can form like a proper schedule format which works for me. I'm not gonna say like I'll be releasing weekly or monthly or anything like that. We'll see how that forms over time, but generally thank you for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this, but yeah, have a fantastic week. I'm out.
Me?
What? Yes, sir.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
sir. Level
That's
14, boy. That's how we gonna do.
I was
That's
goofy go.
Good job, again.
And we need
Nice,
to
nice, nice.